to what is that point of Emuna inside of myself? How can I journey to that land of Emuna? And that's what we're going to discuss, hopefully, next week as well in our Emuna weekly class. What I'd like to say right now is about another point about effectively living. This is a practical point. And I personally came up with 10 guiding ways to live effectively. I called it the 10 Habits of Truly Effective Living. It's based on a famous book called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective Living. Changed it a little bit from Stephen Covey. And I do believe we can learn from everyone. And these inner people that are in our life, like Rav Shalom Arush, are teachers of how to live effectively. I watched the amount of work they accomplished, the amount of books that he's put out, the ability to influence and to mashpia, to join up. I see in our trip, we go away for 21 days, and I see we get during those 21 days, just like during these 3 weeks, we get so much done. Maybe it's a little bit less, but around that amount, we get so much done in those journeys through North America, Central America, please God, this time. And how do you become effective? So I'll tell you 10 points very quickly, and I welcome you to look it up online. The 10 Habits of Truly Effective Living by Ellie Goldsmith. I put it out there, and the first one is to be proactive, as Stephen Covey put. This is an aspect of being kind, of seeking out to mashpia, like Rav Shalom Arush has done so much, and to welcome people. Like I had recently a beautiful a guest in my house. I hosted. His name is Mordechai ben Avram. Mordechai Yosef ben Avram, his full name. As someone who went in the conversion process and came back to our people and was able to find a path through his personal journey, and he can tell his story. And I experienced it at my own house by hosting him, and I was inspired by his journey. Then we have the second aspect of not just being proactive, but seeking out people to be proactive, but also to have mission, the end in mind, the mission statement. What are we doing this for? To have our goals, to have our values. And then the third aspect, to have a time, to have a schedule. We spoke about this in terms of education last week, the idea of having boundaries and time and knowing your priorities. This is really important, because if a person doesn't know what they're supposed to be doing right this minute, and they're all over the place, I mean, there's so much to do in life. But if you have it worked out, at least some sort of guideline of schedule of goals, then you'll be effective in your time use. So not only are you effective in being proactive, you don't react to things, you don't waste time reacting to people. Not only do you have goals and values, as we said, have a mission statement, but now you have this idea of organizing your time that you should be able to succeed in all those goals and values, and you should be proactive to succeed in your life and not reactive. So those three things are already foundational ways to be more effective. And you come to this concept of living effectively in a true way, and these are all private, personal victories. Now we have the next three. This is now to win-win. This is about going out to others. This is about encouraging other people's success. This is building other people's success, and this is a win-win mindset. Then we go to the fifth point. This is the idea of establishing this beautiful way of listening, to really listen to people. Imagine, this is the fifth point. Listening to others, to really understand and listen, is a very hard one. Stephen Covey himself said this is really hard. Now, the next point is we have the sixth point of synergizing. Synergizing is really deep. That means 1 + 1 = 10. Because when you join with other people, 1 + 1 + 1 equals 50, 100. Like we have in our Emuna is our future tour. But all the people that come to the actual events or share what we're doing online, it just explodes massively. Online, by you sharing this video, by you sharing our posts, by you partnering with our tour, you synergize, you join, and you create a tremendous, bigger effect. This is the power of joining together, and this is the unity aspect that I'm so into, Emuna and unity. And then we come to the seventh level, which is the concept of going over, reviewing, sharpening the saw. And this is something which every week we get to experience. We're going to have those Shabbatons together. The Shabbat is a time to internalize the seventh level, this concept of internalization. Then we come to the eighth level. The eighth level, now this is a little bit different to Stephen Covey. He has the idea of serving others. But I would say that is also to really hear your voice, he talks about, to really know who you are, to understand what your personal mission is, and to really home in and do that fully with your whole being, with your whole heart, and with joy, with simcha. Like we spoke, that's a very powerful way to influence everybody and everything you're doing, the joy aspect. Then we have the ninth one, which is to get rid of the distractions. The distractions are so affecting us nowadays with the phones and technology, to be able to just not be distracted and home in on what our purpose is, to constantly get rid of those avodah zorahs, those things, those other kinds of worships, and just focus in, what is my worship? What is my job right now? I'm with someone, I'm with Hashem, I'm with a job, and focus in and do that fully. Then we come to the ultimate, the 10th level. The 10th habit of truly effective living is now Emuna. That is the goal. The goal is Emuna, the land of Emuna. The goal is to journey to that Emuna within. And that is already now combined the private and public victory and the ability to be interdependent, to join up with others, to come to that level of deep joy and to remove all the distractions, to come to that revelation of Emuna. This is Emuna as our future with journey, and this is our Emuna with our future with effective, truly living. To live effectively, to put it into your life in a real straight way. And this is Rav Orish's Garden of Emuna, his books, and all his Emuna series. We all can get inspiration. I myself are listening, going over Rav Orish's classes, his points, to really internalize Emuna. Who isn't having challenges with money? Who isn't having challenges with their journey? So next week we're going to discuss more this journey aspect, and I'm going to personally tell you some stories myself of my personal journey. And I hope that you will live more effectively. If you would like to go over those points, you're welcome to contact me. I have it online, explained, many shirim on SoundCloud, and as the Midnight Rabbi, and my other things that I did in the past. And I'm happy to go over it and improve it and make it more effective as time goes on. That's honestly the only way forward. Anyway, I just want to really wish everybody a lot of success. I want to wish everybody a beautiful week to come, and to use these days, which are harder days, these 21 days, which seem to be lower days. Really, the Shabbats are even higher, as one of our friends here spoke on the breslov.co.il website. You have the ability to tap into higher time, because in the darkness, in the pain of the Bein HaBetzarim is a bigger light, a light of Emunah that lifts up with Shabbat together, all the three Shabbases, the three Shabbats, to come together to higher and higher levels, like we will, please God, on our tour. Emunah is our future tour. We're going to have special Shabbatons in the US. We have the opportunity to lift up wherever we go and to come together with Emunah as our future in the land of Emunah, with all our life lifted up to a more effective, truthful way, and with Mashiach Sekenu B'Meir B'Meinu Amen. Thank you for listening.